For the sake of all the people you've killed, I'm going to beat you!
Well, hello everyone. Warrior93 here, and I am joined by...
What's up, people? Blue Skylight over here, and we are here shining up on you guys with kind of more like a discussion thing going on here.
This is not really like an actual going to like analysis, like research going into it. This is more like our opinions, our thoughts, backed up by stuff that we know from the show itself.
So yeah, and just to make sure, I'm going to back up what he said. I will repeat that. Guys, make sure to remember, this is entirely our own opinion. So whichever you agree or disagree with it is totally okay.
So try to show some maturity, unlike you did on the other video. I am not going to be going into that now. But this is based entirely. But yeah, ever since the announcement of Xenoverse, they're going to have Super Saiyan God and Super Saiyan 4 in the same game. So I thought this actually would be a pretty interesting topic to pull up. But we're not talking about the game, we're actually talking about the actual shows. So we're going to split this up into three categories. The character design itself. The second one is how they're achieved. And third is power. Like how much power they have, like which is like includes who's stronger, who has better techniques, stuff like that. So let's start off with character design. What do you think?
Okay, well, starting off with Super Saiyan for Goku, I would have to say, like, I like his design, but I think it's all, like, at the same time, it makes you think it's kind of overboard. Because if you look at it, it's all like they made Goku too buffed up when he goes Super Saiyan 4. But then again, at the same time, it's also showing their Saiyan heritage more too, because knowing the fact that they're not exactly just human.
They're monkeys.
Exactly. And I like the fact of how their hair is still normal, but like grows out more and looks like it's still Super Saiyan hair. And
Goku changes this more though than Vegeta's.
Yeah, Vegeta still looks the same. He just got long hair on the back. But that's enough about him. We ain't talking about him. We're talking about Goku. And then but overall, like, if I could just state it as what I naturally feel about the look, I like it. It's decent, just not amazing. And as for Super Saiyan God Goku, I love it. I freaking love it. I'm not gonna deny it. I think it's a great thing to look at. When I first seen the movie and I saw that, I was like, oh, that's freaking amazing! And then I hear things from my friends at school always saying like, oh my god, he's such a copy of Kaioken. Ew, they got lazy with it. No, it's like, there's many things I like to okay, now that I'm get to talk about it now, this is what I'm pointing out. He's not really a copy of Kaioken.
Before you go into that, while he's saying all this, there should be pictures putting up on the screen right about now.
Just so it can like point out.
Yeah, I made those pictures to point them out. So,
but yeah,
go on.
But yeah, in that case, like what I do like is the fact that they keep Goku's original form, but make it still look like he has Super Saiyan hair because the bangs are much bigger, and his hair is much pointier. And then one thing I really love is his fiery aura as well that he has. I think that was really cool. And then having Goku lose a lot of pounds actually, be more skinnier than what he already was, because he's like already big, bulky, and muscular. Now he's like really skinny and muscular.
Yeah.
So in other words, I guess you could call him lean.
Yeah, he's awesome leaner. They said that in the movie too. It's like he's more lean.
Yeah, he's more lean than he's just bulky.
Yeah. Alright. What I think, alright, going to the Super Saiyan 4 first, I think it's a great design. I just don't think it should have been called Super Saiyan 4. Because how we seen the Super Saiyan get set up, it was golden hair for each one, and they all like grew out just a bit more. I'm like, okay, 3's a good place to stop with the growing hair because it's going to get overdone at some point. But then Super Saiyan 4 comes along, it's a totally different design. I'm like, it looks cool, but I don't think it should be called Super Saiyan 4.
It's probably because of the fact of in GT when he reverted halfway from the golden ape stage.
Yeah, like if it was called like Super Saiyan Primal stage or something like that, something that shows like the roots of the Saiyans in the name, I think that would have been awesome. But like if you're putting Super Saiyan 4, it's and design. And then which does go to my point is like he is kind of bulky which does kind of contradict something earlier, but I will bring that up when I talk about Super Saiyan God. And I think he looks good. I just think, yeah, I'm going with what you said. He's kind of over the top. Like, we've seen those fake Super Saiyan God pictures of like
that. When I've seen people make those Super Saiyan God, fake Super Saiyan God images, I thought that was overrated. I honestly thought, because I'm like, that's just outrageous. I would not want Super Saiyan God looking like that. That's like a recolor of Super Saiyan 4.
Yeah, like in Dragon Ball universe, no, like hardly any powerful villain actually looks like over the top thing.
Yeah, like Frieza, for example. Like his, you know how he looks so small but yet so intimidating, and the second form became so big, which made him more powerful but lacking speed. Third form, so much more about speed, and then final form came along, which made him look so much small but ended up becoming his most powerful form.
Yeah, although he did have the 100%, but that was still not like huge like it was his second form.
Same thing applies to Majin Buu.
Oh, and Cell, because Cell, you know, you couldn't, like, his second form seemed more intimidating than his perfect form.
Because perfect form looks like he's just like a human being that became some kind of alien.
Yeah, like, not as, but you can see, like, he has a lot of power in him. And then Buu, like you're saying, like, there's Majin Buu. That one's kind of iffy on that one.
It looked like he didn't look intimidating at all when you first look at Majin Buu.
Yeah, like,
but all of a sudden ends up beating on Vegeta, parts to Goku, Gohan, Supreme Kai, etc., etc. And then there's Super Buu, who looks the most intimidating, only because he's tall, really muscular.
But I will admit he's the most powerful out of the Buus, though, because he's the one with the absorbed Kais.
And then where he absorbed Gotenks and Gohan.
We can't deny he's the most powerful then, because that's
honestly when I saw him if I can refer which looks more intimidating between Gotenks absorbed and Gohan absorbed, I think Gohan absorbed looks more intimidating to me. Because of the fact that it's like, he was really just that powerful.
Yeah.
Even Goku admit that, hey, we wouldn't be able to beat him at our rate. Until Vegeta got ignorant. But
then when Kid Buu comes in, Goku and Vegeta are like, he got smaller. Let's kick him! Let's get him!
Let's kick his ass! Literally, they just made a big assumption that they would just win. All of a sudden, later on, they're getting destroyed.
Yeah, Goku gave up. Vegeta was down for the count.
But he did not give up. He kept standing up. But then after that one beatdown he took, he really
just couldn't move anymore.
He just couldn't move anymore.
Kid Buu is pretty powerful.
Kid Buu was brutal.
But Majin Buu as a whole, he looked way less intimidating than every other villain in the series. Oh, and Vegeta when he first came, he was smaller than Nappa, but he was
really powerful.
Yeah, so it's just like everyone thought he was the weaker one. But when Vegeta was actually the more stronger one by far.
It's always, and that's why what comes into play is the line that speaks is true, saying never judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, but like, hey, alright, continue on with my part of the conversation. I kind of got off track there. But when we go to Super Saiyan God, like, I think he looks simple. I think simple is a lot better to me. Like, I think he looks perfect the way he is. I don't think anything should have been done to him. Like, and if anything should have been done to him, it's probably not even going to end up in my mind. But I think he looks great the way he is. He does have some subtle changes to him, which I do think that's really good. It's God form. It's not like it's going to be Super Saiyan 4 form where you're trying to expect a huge change.
So recolor.
Yeah, like you're saying, he got a lot more leaner and stuff like that, which I am bringing up a part in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber in the Cell Saga when Goku went Ultra Super Saiyan, and then he was just like, what's the point of these big muscles if I can't catch my enemy?
And which, in other ways saying, I guess that's a way of saying, hey, Goku actually does not like being so muscular. Maybe he needs less, maybe he needs like a few pounds off in order to keep his speed greater.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of power if you can't catch your enemy? Which that helps with Super Saiyan Kai because he's more leaner, but he also got a lot more stronger at the same time. So that still helps.
Which means it didn't really mean much.
It still helped a lot with his speed and power too. So that's really good to know. All right, so next topic is how the transformations are achieved. So what do you think about that?
Well, of how they achieved those of how Goku achieved that one of those transformations. Again, like I'm saying Super Saiyan 4 in this discussion is losing a battle here, is losing this entire discussion because the way of how Super Saiyan God was achieved, I thought, again, was amazing. Just, okay, even though it did go with the GT route at the same time, with the whole circle and Goku giving him energies.
But they didn't include Vegeta, right? It was like
yeah, Vegeta was not included in GT with that part. Yeah. But like, okay, so okay, as for Super Saiyan 4, when he wasn't making a transformation, it was just, well, yeah, the him circling, but that's not what it was.
Transformation how it was achieved, like the grade 8 stuff. That's when he went grade 8 at the golden grade 8. You were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, where he went golden grade 8, but then ends up smashing everything until Pan goes up, and then bringing him back to like his sentimental mind and everything, and then Goku ends up just staring at the Earth, reminiscing about everything. Here, and still I find that scene honestly disturbing, only because it keeps showing Goku butt-ass naked, which was always disturbing, and then cutting to like the mountain being broken and everything, and then you see all you see is smoke, Goku there with a tail, his pants looking like his original outfit, fur on his muscles, all of a sudden more hair.
I have a question though. Like, I remember in the Super 17 fight, Goku ended up not having a shirt at one point, and then when he went Super Saiyan 4, he obviously had no shirt, and then he reverted back,
and he had the shirt again.
Yeah, he had the shirt again. Does it like grow?
I don't know. Don't question it.
All right, I was a little bit off.
Anime physics at its finest.
You can go on.
But yeah, it's just like I said in the one with the design, like. I thought it looks good, but just not amazing. And also, like, just seeing it when I first saw the look of that, when I first saw that achievement, I'm like, huh. I hope something can top this, because honestly, I think that's the worst transformation scene I've ever seen in Dragon Ball history. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like, it's not really saying he achieved much. It's just like Goku in smoke, hidden completely, and then you see him in a completely new form. It's all like. What good is that of a transformation scene? You're just seeing like him, his younger self and his older self aligned and everything. It's like, what is that showing? It's like, I would like to actually see some form changing. Like, no, like, okay, here's an example I want to put. The episode before that, at the end of it, it's actually showing Goku taking a physical change. But then they removed that in the next episode. I was like, why?
Nope.
That actually showed something. That actually made sense.
It would have been kind of awkward.
but whatever, it's all, again, so overall, about that part, I thought it was okay. And then okay, anyways, I'm gonna go Super Saiyan God already, because I love that scene. But okay, as he got Super Saiyan God, again, pulled the GT route, pure-hearted Saiyans, having to circle around about one pure-hearted Saiyan, and because I still found it funny how Piccolo says Goku's not really pure-hearted.
The only righteous ones here are Gohan and Goten.
Which was still ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, all circling him, you see like galaxies and stuff in the background, epic music to go along with it, the whole entire place like waving along and everything, gigantic shockwave, and all of a sudden, blue aura comes on Goku, and then all of a sudden, big poof and everything, he rises from it, you see amazing colored hair, a nice light color on him being more skinnier.
Oh wait, I forgot to mention the character design. I do like how when he's off state without his aura up, it's just like the purplish magenta thing, and then it's like pinkish red.
When he powers up, it's like pinkish red.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that, but that was something worth mentioning. Yeah, do I keep going on, or are you done?
Yeah, I'll keep going. But yeah, for the fact when I saw that scene, I was all like when me and him saw it in theaters, even though I already saw that, it still amazes me because I'm so like, even though it pulled a GT moment, it honestly pulled a better GT moment, in my honest opinion. And besides that, it's all like, they capitalized with it. And considering the fact of what I agree with what he said, it made him actually look like what he already is and everything, and without making him look so. What's the word I'm looking for?
Dang, I just said it earlier. I can't believe I forgot it.
Looking simple. Simple without being overdone.
Yeah.
So it's all like, I was okay with it. And I was like, Super Saiyan God Goku is a great addition to the series. And the way he achieved it was very nicely done by Akira Toriyama.
Which, yeah, again, does show how Super Saiyan God's a lot different than the normal Super Saiyan transformation, because, you know, the other ones had to be, like, kind of worked for, and it was like the power was inside him the whole time.
Wait, there's one thing we're kind of forgetting. There's 2 ways he achieved it in this movie.
Yeah, but we're not sure about the other one, because it's like, that was kind of just like because he absorbed the God power, so it's just like, I'm not sure if that's like a for sure thing that he can keep doing, or...
True, that too, but that's something I also want to bring in, because I just thought that was also really cool. Just when Goku thought all was lost, and he was stuck in his moment, everybody just pushed him forward.
Yeah, he kind of pulled off Frieza Saga moment right there. Except, you know, he just turned Super Saiyan God instead. And his hair was like dark red in that scene.
Just full on red.
It was like full on dark red.
Like Goku just went all out for that moment. And the person voicing Goku just, man. Just one thing I want to point out, really knows how to scream.
Yeah, Sean Schimmel. He's a guy. Alright, my opinion on it is Super Saiyan 4. I thought it was actually a really great way. But again, it still goes to my moment. It's like, why is this called Super Saiyan 4 though? Like, again, I would have loved it a lot better if it was like Super Saiyan Primal something. But I do like the transformation itself. I love it. As it might just be nostalgia talking, but I do love it. He's like actually saying, okay, I should come to this realization that I shouldn't be like this, and I gotta remember who I am. And he's just like, okay, I gotta revert back myself if I can't. Like, I have to find it. I have to. I do like that. Like, I do love it. I think it's really cool. I almost said really cool. And Super Saiyan God, like, they're both good in their own ways. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't say something is better here. Like, it's really hard because they're both, like, so different, but yet so awesome to me. But the only thing that puts Super Saiyan God over me is mostly because the name. It's like, it's something different. Yeah, you're supposed to know it's achieved a different way. In Super Saiyan God, without going through the whole scene again, because, you know, you explained it, we pretty much most, if not all of us, seen the movie. Like, it's a pretty amazing transformation. Like, he's not supposed to be like, yeah, I gotta power up as much as I can. Nah, 5 minutes later.
Just like the Super Saiyan 3 transformation.
Yeah, it's just like, here's Super Saiyan God. It's so, like, because it's like so hard to achieve it too, because you have to have like 5 righteous Saiyans, and Saiyans by history, they were never righteous at all. You had to find like 5 completely righteous Saiyans, and I'm not even sure how the half Saiyans work, but they apparently work anyways. But I just thought it was a completely new thing. You should love it, and I just like it. Yes, like you're saying, great music, go with it, and then had like stuff going on, like showing the original Super Saiyan God, and I just thought it was pretty awesome.
Shall we now, if you're done here, shall we go on to which one is stronger?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you be the honors of speaking this one this time?
Okay, so I'm gonna go kind of in depth with this because I've actually had a lot of thought on this in a while. So, Super Saiyan God's obviously gonna be stronger. Because for one, think about it, it's Super Saiyan God, and then there's Super Saiyan 4. But if you're talking like sequential stuff, like, okay, Super Saiyan God came first, and here comes Super Saiyan 4 later, I can see why you're saying Super Saiyan 4 is stronger, because the Goku and GT is going to be a lot stronger than Goku and Z was. So, of course, there's going to be that huge power gap between the timeline. But if you're talking like, if you're saying, okay, here's this one Goku right here, and here's the other Goku from the same timeline, they're both in the same time right here, but one goes Super Saiyan 4, one goes Super Saiyan God, it's obviously the Super Saiyan God is going to win. Like, Beerus said in the movie, like, no mere mortals can sense God's energy, meaning God's energy is going to be so high that you can't even sense it.
It's in other words saying that on a whole different level than any other thing.
Yeah, obviously God keys are going to have their own power too, because obviously Goku got beat down as God, but it's just like, it's really hard to kind of determine though, because so little what we see in Super Saiyan God of how strong he actually is, because he got beat up a lot of the time. So it's really hard to like, and he only used about 80% of his power, and then he reverted
which
back.
always makes me mad how he always goes back.
Yeah, he only used about 80% of his power, so it's just like really hard to determine.
And then
something
Bear
like that.
say he's about like 70.
Yeah. So it's just like, but Beerus was still obviously one. And then another thing to mention too, you have Omega Shenron. He is based off Shenron, okay? And then, so he should know everything that Shenron knows.
The funny thing is, isn't Shenron basically also an equivalent to God?
Yeah, in a way, but he got easily killed by King Piccolo back in Dragon Ball. So he's like goddish, because Kais are known as gods, but they're not like super strong. So there's like God, then there's like God. So I don't know. I'm still not even sure how the whole God thing works in the Dragon Ball universe, but it's really confusing. But one thing I wanted to mention, because you have Omega Shenron, and then he's based off Shenron himself, and then he's like the Dark Dragon version of him, and then you have in Battle of Gods, so he should know everything that Shenron knows,
Okay.
right?
There's one nitpick. There's one rant and nitpick I want to say. I hate Omega Shenron. Period.
No, dang. Alright. Like, you know how, like, Omega, like Shenron is based off Omega Shenron. Then you have Go in Battle of Gods. So, Omega Shenron, if we're going to use that fact, he should know everything that Shenron knows, right? Shouldn't Omega Shenron be afraid of Beerus?
Because Beerus is basically on a whole nother level more than Omega Shenron.
Yeah, so it's like, Omega Shenron should be like, oh crap, there's Beerus. I probably shouldn't mess with him. And Super Saiyan 4
Because I mean,
Goku,
if you really think about it, it's on a good point there, because in the scene of Battle of Gods, Shenron was like, he even looked intimidated just when I seen Beerus.
Lord Beerus?
Oh god, hey there, Lord Beerus. Okay, yeah, I shall fulfill your request.
Okay.
And the only reason why he even fulfilled Goku's request was because Beerus wanted to know as well.
Oh, I see what he just kept passing Goku like, make your wish already, I want to go. He's like, and then he saw Beerus like, okay, Lord Beerus, I'll
Let's
okay.
chill out, otherwise he'll destroy us all.
But I just thought that was like an interesting fact, like kind of a thing you should put in there. It's like, Omega Shenron should be afraid of Beerus because he's Shenron. So, and Shenron was afraid of Beerus. Just saying. You got something to say on it? I explained it all.
We pretty much have. Okay. Well, I guess I'll go into explanation what I think is stronger. If you go by techniques, well, I guess I want to say that the Super Saiyan 4 Goku's on a higher term when it comes to techniques. Only because there's, as we see in Super Saiyan God, there's little of what there is, of what he can do. And we haven't really seen Super Saiyan God do really techniques at all, because he's been doing nothing but throwing punches the entire time.
Like the really only one that we actually know he has is, I'm not sure if it's like an in-canon one.
Are we talking about that Kamehameha Blast he does in Battle Z?
Yeah, Battle Z. It's like called Kamehameha Rebirth or something. But I don't know who. That
Which is basically looks like
it
Super
looks-
Saiyan 4 Goku's Kamehameha times 10.
they're basically
With just fire.
It's just fire
put into the
around
mix.
it. Yeah, so I was just saying, like, that's in, like, we don't know if that's in canon, but if we're talking techniques, all Super Saiyan God did was just melee,
Yeah, so.
and then Super
So,
Saiyan 4,
I guess for now I could say Super Saiyan 4 holds that tally mark for that part.
it's kind of, Super Saiyan 4 Goku's kind of stupid too at times. Because he throws blast at Super 17, and he's like, oh no, he's absorbing my blast. Yes, Kamehameha times 10! Throws it right at him. Like, why would you throw another key blast at him, dude? I don't know.
But besides that point, okay, and then and if we're talking about like, again, like what he mentioned when it comes, if they were both like in this, if Super Saiyan 4 was in canon and in like same universe as Z, but considering that they're both like they're both in the same kind of anime universe, but in like two different series, one that's canon, one that's not canon. It's like, again, power gap. And considering that the name of Goku transferred to Super Saiyan God is saying a hell of a lot. Otherwise saying like, and you just got Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4, that's not really saying much. Super Saiyan God, that's saying more than what you could possibly imagine.
Yeah.
And really thinking more to it, Super Saiyan God is at a whole nother level than Super Saiyan 4 is.
It's just so mysterious.
Even the only way you could say that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is stronger than God is like the only advantage that you have to be stronger is only because Super Saiyan God is temporary, and Super Saiyan 4 is actually can be permanent.
Yeah, I wonder how much of a power loss does Goku have when he reverts back to Super Saiyan God in the movie? Because he said his power did not change drastically, but it did change a lot.
You know, I don't know. That just like, well, the world may never know until that's explained.
Yeah, I guess we gotta wait till the next movie.
That's what I can wait for. But moving on, besides that though, we will get to that explanation for another time. But overall, again, it's like if this video might as well be called this might as well be like some kind of versus match video here, because pretty much I say Goku wins this. I say Super Saiyan God Goku wins this argument overall, because he's a greatly designed transformation. He works well for the series. He's simplified and lean. And I think I would love to see more of him besides Super Saiyan God Vegeta if that would ever comes to play as well.
And let's not have a Super Saiyan God 2. Let's keep Super Saiyan God 1.
Yeah, because didn't
overdo
Toriyama
it.
say he's only going to focus on Super Saiyan 1 from this point on?
Yeah. So it's like, let's keep on Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 1. Let's not overdo it again.
Well, I respect that. And then Super Saiyan 4 Goku, overall is like, as for him, he was trying to be a step forward transformation, but at the same time a step back.
Yeah.
Something that's like completely different than any other Super Saiyan that we've seen. And one thing I can say for sure in video games is overpowered. But
Yeah.
But besides that, I can make one example. I can make one example of Budokai 3.
Tenkaichi. Ultimate
yeah.
Tenkaichi.
And honestly, what I can also say, I think I'm skeptical about how he's going to be in Xenoverse.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm really skeptical of this. I don't know if Tim's is finally going to say, oh hey, let's finally balance the characters out for once. But
Well, I hope they do, only because honestly, I think the characters should finally be balanced out, only because there's only one reason I have for that. Kid Buu. The intensity of Kid Buu has to stop, because he's like, every game he's just been too annoying.
he's only overpowered because he's like the last boss.
Yeah, but still, it's like, if you're gonna have a last boss, at least make it, at least still be actually fightable. Not like to the point where it's all like, you want to rage quit. Because at points, if I fight Kid Buu and I'm just getting my butt handed, I want to rage quit, because like, I can't do anything.
I have to be Super Saiyan 4 for this.
Exactly, it's not like I have to resort to like cheating death.
Alright, so we're going to end the video right here. This is a pretty long discussion video, but I hope you guys enjoyed it.
And I hope you guys at least agree. If you guys agree with this or disagree, let us know in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit that, and don't forget to spam that like button on this video if you enjoyed it. And make sure to subscribe to the Blue Skylights.
And if you want more Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT stuff,
Well, if you would like us both to discuss more things on Dragon Ball Z, then let us know.
It's probably gonna happen either way. But yeah, but make sure you want to join that Super Saiyan army. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. And I'm gonna end the video right here before it hits half hour. So see you all later.
Peace.